All right, let's do one more example of integrating factors. So let's solve 3y prime equals 6y plus t with initial condition 1. And first of all, we can rewrite this equation as 3y prime minus 6y equals t. And very, very important, a huge source of mistakes that students have made in order to apply integrating factor. So in order to multiply by e to the at, you have to make sure that the coefficient of y prime is 1. So make sure the coefficient of y prime is 1. And the reason for this is your equation has to have the form y prime plus ay equals f of t. And I might talk about this later, but this is sometimes called standard form. Standard form. Farsi, we call it forme istandard. And we get, so in this case, dividing by 3, we get y prime minus 2y equals t over 3. So in this case, the integrating factor is simply e to the at, which is e to the minus 2t. So careful, not e to the minus 6t, but e to the minus 2t. Okay, and let's do the same spiel as usual. So we had y prime minus 2y equals t over 3. Let's multiply all sides by e to the minus 2t. So e to the minus 2t y prime minus e to the minus 2t 2y equals t over 3 e to the minus 2t. And then you'll see this in the proof, but the idea is the left-hand side becomes a derivative. So it'll always be integrating factor times y prime. And then we get 1/3 t over 3 e to the minus 2t. And as usual, you solve by integrating. So e to the minus 2ty equals integral of t over 3 e to the minus 2t dt. And well, here we have a product of two functions. So we need a nice technique that helps us integrate products of functions. And the answer is integration by parts. Integration by parts, don't break our hearts. So I think u is t over 3, and then dv is e to the minus 2t. So if you integrate by parts, I think we get t over 3 times e to the minus 2t over minus 2, then minus integral of du, so 1/3, and then e to the minus 2t over minus 2 dt. Again, sorry if the numbers are a little bit ugly, but what we end up getting is minus 1/6 t e to the minus 2t, and then plus 1/6 integral e to the minus 2t dt. And then essentially, what we end up getting is we still have e to the minus 2ty. That's 1 minus 1/6 e to the minus 2t. Sorry, t e to the minus 2t. And then 1/6 times minus 1/2. So minus 1/12 e to the minus 2t plus a constant. And last but not least, multiplying all sides by e to the 2t, we get y. So y is minus 1/6, or minus t over 6, and then minus 1/12 plus c e to the 2t. And we're not done. So because this was a general solution, and now we have to have the initial condition, which was, I believe, y of 0 equals 1. So minus 0, minus 112, plus c e to the 0 is 1. So basically c is 1 plus 112, which is 13/12. And then we finally get our solution. Y of t is, I believe, minus t over 6 minus 1/12 plus 13/12 e to the 2. Okay. Sorry for all the ugly numbers, but the whole point was to illustrate another example of integrating factors and to give you a practice with integration by parts. And in the next video, we'll do a more general way of doing integrating factors.